Hey bunnies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Ntabi saying, for those of you who are new here, thank you bunny for joining the family, and for those of you who have been here since from day one, thank you so much my bunnylicious for being at day one. Cause what do you mean? Please guys, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment down below. So this is a story time, and I won't be talking about anyone, but I will be talking about myself. Since well, I will be showcasing my life on this platform, so I think it's a good time for me to vent because I'm feeling a bit emotional. There's a lot going on, but today has to be the worst day, but I went on with it because I had no choice. So I took this time to sit down here and I'm about to vent, guys. So I just hope I won't be emotional while talking about myself, how I grew up till date. Okay, I am Ntabi saying I'm 24 years old, as you all know from my first video. I grew up without my mom. She passed on when I was 7 years, when I was doing grade R, when I was about to graduate. I will show a picture somewhere here for you guys to see how emotional I was that day. Like, I wasn't coping at all. My brother had accompanied me to that graduation on that day. By the way, I'm the only daughter that my mom the one and only child, by the way, that my mom had. So I do not have any sibling. I'm ngumntana ngiwanje. So it got a bit difficult because after the funeral they had to choose ukuthi ngizohlala nobani. So you know, like families being families, omunye athi mina ngeke ngikhone, already ngineyingane yabo omunye. So usisika kwam, yeah, my sister's grandmother took me in and she decided that she is going to raise me. Unfortunately, she passed on when I was doing grade 7, before my farewell. I had just came from a church conference. It was really painful. But at the very same time, ngathini bengisengizophuma ejail because I felt a little bit mistreated. I don't know how to explain that, but I do know that you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I felt mistreated because she had only one son, and it was me and my cousin, a boy cousin. So it was me and that boy cousin and his son and my other cousin sister. So yeah, it was the 4 of us, 5 ngai. Yeah, the situation there was like good, but I had no choice like to choose things for myself because she would always like decide for me izinto kwamele ngizigqoke, indlela okwamele ngiyiphathe ngayo, which was a good thing because I felt, in a way, I felt like she raised me very well, and ngendlela ebeka strict ngayo maybe namanja ngabe ngisendleleni, maybe things would have been so much better. But I feel like things would have been so much better if my mom was still alive. You know, sometimes we feel like, oh, let me just say, she left a huge void, because I just feel like no one could ever fill in her space in my heart. You know, sometimes you just feel like you need your mom. Growing up, it was very, very tough, guys. It was very tough. It was very tough because I had to move like from like different places, because lo mama ebegangikhulisa begangazwani like no gokwak and stuff like that, so we had to move like places and stuff like that. So that was the life, but I didn't change schools. So yeah, it was a bit difficult because she was too strict, and I felt like kwezinye indawo bongamelanga yenze kanjalo, bokwamela ngikhuze as a child. You see, we all make mistakes, by the way. Even though ngenza ngiphutha nje bekangishaya. So I felt like me realizing that now, like ngibona ngathi like bekakhiphela stress sakhe kimi. So that's how it was. But yeah, we grow up, man. We grow up. So I did my grade 7, went to the farewell. It was very nice. It was very, very nice. And then, oh, besithole imali foster care, me and my cousin brother. So we had to come back gakhoko, yes, gakhoko. Sizohlala khona. And besibaningi, like besibaningi. When I say besibaningi, I mean besibaningi. So kule mali grant, I went to school. I started my secondary 2015. I was 14 years old. Grade 8. I had to purchase my own school uniform. Yes, I had to purchase my own school uniform using my social grant. Yeah, I did that. I grew up in a family whereby people are just not that supportive. You do whatever you want to do. They just don't care. Instead, they will talk behind your back and stuff like that. But yeah, we grow up, man. We grow up, we learn, we teach ourselves from our own mistakes. Not having an adult figure in your life, it's very difficult, because there's no one you can go and cry to. You have no shoulder to cry on, because when you go to that particular person, you will hear like all the things you've said to that particular person roaming around, people laughing about that and stuff like that. So you had to keep everything to yourself, whether there's something bothering you or whatsoever. They didn't care much. But I grew up, hey man, I grew up. Me and my great grandmother, we were not that close, but she became a mother. She would reprimand me sometimes. This is not right, don't do it. Da 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 da. So as kids growing up, we wanna experience, we wanna and by the way, getting that freedom, not being reprimanded the right way. You think whatever you're doing is right. You see? So that happened. I grew up, I did my grade 8, did my grade 9, did my grade 10, did grade 11, fell pregnant. Okay, failed my grade 11. Told myself that I'm gonna work hard next year. Did my grade 11 again. I passed. After passing, I went to grade 12. I passed, but didn't get a chance to go to tertiary, which is very painful. Before that, me and my grandmother became so close because I was living with my other aunt and I had left my baby here with my grandmother. Uh, when I was living that side, I had time to focus and reflect to myself and all that. And it was a very peaceful place, and my aunt was so welcoming, and her home was like a quiet home. I became like, you would swear I was an introvert because I wouldn't go to the street. I was always at home. I became the child, and it was so nice. It was so nice. I wouldn't even lie. It was peaceful. Like, it was peaceful. I always had peace of mind. I had my own space. I got the time to myself. I got time to read. You see, it was so nice. It was so nice. I don't want to lie. And I thank her for that. I thank her for welcoming me at her home, but it was only for 1 year while I was doing my matric. And then my grandmother started getting sick, very, very sick. She would send, oh, my great grandmother, by the way, sorry guys, she would send my grandmother to where I was schooling, to give me money so that I can purchase school pullover, school skirt. That was like, I would appreciate everything she would do for me. When I got here, first time seeing her, I got her, she was so sick. I still remember the day. She was so, so sick. When I got here, ngambamba isandla, and then what? We spoke Sutu. Like, when I was speaking to her, we would speak like Sutu. She said, "Ngwanaka, ke tlo tsamaya mo lefatsheng, ke kopa hore o itshware hantle." When each and every time, if like I got a chance, I would come here just to see her. She would say, "I'm very sick, please rub my feet." She would cry. And it was so painful because I felt so helpless. Because there was nothing I could do. She would say, "Ha ke batle ho ja, ha ke batle batho ba ba ntjese, kopa wena o ntjese." She would eat slowly. She would chat. We would laugh. I miss her. I just feel like God should have given me more time with her. I know my life would have changed for the better. She became so supportive. She would say, "O bale ngwanaka, o tlo pasa. o ithekele motse wa hao, o tlose dimpa tseo di kgolo. She would say, ke tlo ba le tjhelete, ha ke ba le tjhelete ke batla ho tlosa dimpa tseo, o nonne Matshepo. I have such good memories. I still remember the day I decided not to go to church anymore. She was so angry with me because she would push me each and every Sunday, go to church, go to church. And I decided, she was so angry. I still need to gather some courage and just have faith in God again so that I can go back to church. Not only for her, but for me also. Just to find peace. Just to get closer to God. I don't know how am I going to do that. But I know when the time is right, I will just lead back to God. Just sitting here thinking of all those things hurts me. And then it happened when I was at Makakula this other day, October. It was at night, midnight. We received a call where I was staying with my aunt. 2020 October, we received a call, and then when we received a call, it was the sad news that she has passed away. I was writing my final examinations, and it was so difficult. I couldn't cope. The only person that I was left with, she was my pillar of strength. You guys don't understand. I lost myself from the day I gave up on life. I was like, why would God do such a thing to me? Why would she take my mom at a very young age where I'm about to redirect my life, and then she takes my great grandmother? Why would he do that? I question God till this day, because even now life is just not lifing, man. I feel like there's that stagnant in my life because I feel like I'm stuck where I am and there's nothing I can do. Like I can't get myself out of this situation. It's very difficult. So yeah, she passed on. I had to come back this side. I would go to school and write examinations. I wouldn't even study. I didn't care. I wasn't functioning. My mind was so puzzled. I was all over the place. I didn't care much. I just wanted to give up. I became suicidal. I became an overthinker. We buried her life had to go on. I came back permanently this side, left my aunt's place. Things started getting too chaotic because me and my grandmother, we don't have a good relationship. Mind you, I'm the only grandchild, but we just don't have a good relationship. It is what it is. I tried so many times to like fix things, but it's just not working. Like, we are just on good speaking terms, and one day it's just like that, and then the other day we are happy, the other day we're just not talking and stuff like that. Yeah, I grew up, man. After my matric 2021, went to EWC Alberton, studied there. I did tourism. I had to hustle for transportation money. I would get it here and there, and as I've said, that my family wasn't supportive. Even if ungaya kubo uthi nje ngicela i-50 rand yokugibela, they would say asinayo, and just move on. And i-NSFAS beyithatha isikhathi ukuthi isinike imali, so I decided that ngizoyekela isikolo because I had no choice, but I had to ngayekela isikolo. That was it. I felt that impilo iyashabalala nje kanjalo, amaphupho wami ayaphela nje endleleni. Since from that day it got worse. Kahlala the whole 2021 after dropping out, ngingafundi, ngingatholi umsebenzi, tried hustling, tried. Things didn't work. Comes 2022, I lost weight. I lost a lot of weight. Came 2022, got a job, worked there for like 3 months. The contract ended. Had to look for another job with no luck. Had no choice but to start a business. Sold cakes, muffins, so on and on. Made money. I would wake up every day at 5 a.m, sit by the corner, not far from home, sell cakes. At first the business was just like, but I told myself that I have God and I will do it. And I did it, guys. And I did it. It was working out. Everything went smooth. I felt like, yes, I'm sitting by the corner. What are my peers going to say? But I didn't care much at that time. I was making money. I was able to support myself. I was able to support my child. Things were going very well. I had big dreams. I had told myself that I'm going to open something, and luckily I got a job. While selling cakes, sometimes I wouldn't go there. I would like go maybe one day per week. I would go and take my service to like retail shops. I got a job. I worked there, and I remember very well. It was 14 of us. They only took 3, and I was one of the 3. Lucky. I felt like my mom was with me, God was with me, my great grandmother was with me. Like, it was a happy moment for me, right? Got there, guys. Got the job. I worked. My employers loved me. They would always come to me. They say, and say, you are so enthusiastic, we love you, we love your energy, you bring light into this shop, you see those things. They would compliment me almost each and every day. It was very nice. I loved it. Like, I would wake up and say, I'm going to work. Like, that environment was like welcoming. It was so nice. Guys, I worked there. Okay, first month I speak to my grandmother. Sengiyoqala umsebenzi manje. So please bake for me, wake up in the morning, sell by the corner, we will share the money. Because imali yami yomholo ngifuna ukuyisebenzisa for something else. I wanted to save and start a business. I wanted to save and go study for beauty. But that didn't happen. I got really angry. I got really angry. I would come back from work. Ngicela amatlas, guys. First thing mangifika la, ngihlala kulo mkhukhu. First thing mangifika la, I would like kneel down and pray to God to give me strength to see things through me, to fight for me. I fight my battles that I don't even know anything about. Like, I would pray to God. But things went south. Things took a sharp curve. My mom wouldn't bake. I had to come back from work tired, late. Mind you, I was waking up very early, and I was coming back home late because besine like ama-taxi bewahlupha la bengisebenza khona. So I would get bengifika ekhaya ngikhathele. So sometimes I didn't have time to bake, so I wouldn't bake. She wouldn't sell. She didn't even care. She didn't support me when I mostly needed her. But it was fine. Okay. So that happened. Time goes on. I worked there October. I worked November. I worked December. Like, the energy just vanished. The enthusiasm vanished. My employers would question me, what's going on, and stuff like that. And I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know what happened. I would back chat with customers. They would lay complaints about me, that this employee of yours is so rude, and it got bad. It got really bad. I decided to resign because the situation was so overwhelming. Decided to, you know what, let me just quit the job. I quitted the job. That was 2023. I quitted the job in December. January 2024 at the January 2024, I went job hunting again with no luck. Feb, no luck. March, no luck. April, no luck. Ngadecide ukuthi ngiyayeka yonke lento, ngiyishiya phansi. Ngahlala unyaka wonke ngingasebenzi. 2025, same. So this year, I just hope things will get really better. I have high hopes. I really have high hopes that things will get better and my life will, like, I'm going to have that spark again. God is going to show off with me. I do believe. I don't know. it's really difficult. At this point and moment, I feel like I need my mother, because after she passed away, things took a really sharp curve. Like, not having a mom is something else. A feeling that is unexplainable, a very painful feeling, a feeling that can never be manned by anyone. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to do. I just feel like I need my mom. Sometimes I just feel my soul like detaching from my body. Like, what am I doing? Why is life so difficult? I'm trying so many things, but it isn't a slangani at all. I've been contemplating to start uh, this YouTube channel. It took me so long, but I'm just hoping that things will just bloom and like blossom, and life will just get better. Who knows? I don't know, but I do believe that. Even now, I do wanna, even now, I do wanna, what's this? Why am I forgetting? Oh, even now, I do wanna start vlogging and give it my all, but I have nothing to do on a daily basis. What am I doing? I'm doing nothing. It's the same routine each and every day. Wake up, clean, look after the baby. Then it's at night, sleep, wake up, clean, eat, look after the baby. Wake up, clean, eat, look after the baby. Each and every day, same routine.